If you're feeling weighed down by depression, I'm sure you've tried countless strategies and ideas that have been told will make you feel better. Now, some of these strategies take time, but today I want to give you 5 short, practical, and to-the-point steps that I know have worked for me and the people that I treat. I'm clinical psychologist Dr. Patrick Kingsep, and I've personally and professionally faced the realities of depression. My personal experience of depression completely changed the way I now look at motivation. I always thought motivation was needed to create action or doing. But it turns out that taking just one small step towards doing something, regardless of whether you want to do it, can be the spark that ignites motivation. The more you do it, the more you want to keep going. But you need to test this idea and prove it for yourself. And I'm about to help you do that now. So let's explore these 5 one-minute steps that you can start right now. Micro-meditation. I remember a period in my life when I was grappling with the weight of depression. It felt like I was constantly enveloped in a fog, unable to see a way out. One day a friend suggested I try a simple technique called micro-meditation. Skeptical, but willing to try anything, I gave it a shot. So it involves finding a comfortable seat or simply closing your eyes where you are. Choose a word or a phrase that resonates with you and brings you this sense of peace or strength. For me, it was the word hope. Take a deep breath and silently repeat your chosen word or phrase as you exhale. Hope. Let it anchor you, drawing your focus away from the whirlwind of thoughts and emotions. And with each repetition, imagine the word echoing gently through your mind, creating relief. Do just one thing. Now, in the throes of depression, the mere thought of tackling a to-do list can feel overwhelming. Focus on just one small task. It's not about what you choose, it's about choosing and completing it. This simple act can be a powerful tool to disrupt the depressive cycle and just bring a sense of accomplishment. So what's one thing you can do right now? It could be as simple as making your bed, opening a piece of mail sitting on the counter, sending a quick reply to a text message, deciding on a snack, or even just drinking a glass of water. Each small step reminds you that you have the strength to take control, even in the smallest ways. Getting clean, which involves getting into the shower, brushing your teeth, changing into fresh clothes, doing one load of washing, organizing your workspace, or cleaning the kitchen bench. Choose an activity that takes just a minute, but leaves you feeling more organized and refreshed. Now, following a recent motorcycle accident, I found that even everyday things that I'd never really thought about in the past became challenging. The depression made it easy to forget my morning shower and shaving. Well, I didn't even think of it. However, I discovered that pushing myself to step into the shower moved me into the right direction and made a difference in how I felt. It's about setting a small, attainable goal. Get in, get out, and feel more at ease. Now, looking at things through a different lens. Depression can narrow our focus, leading us to dwell on negative thoughts like, nothing I ever do, nothing ever that I try, it just doesn't work out. How could I have done that? Or, no one's ever going to love me. Now, it's important to remember that you may have these thoughts right now, but that's because of the depression. You will not always think that way. Try to think of how you would talk with your best friend who had these thoughts. What would you say to them? Try to practice what you preach and find a connection. Spend just a minute interacting with a person, a dog, a cat, or a bird. Step outside of your home and try to engage for 1 minute. It could be you walking down the road and saying hello to someone at the local park, a quick text to a friend, or spending time with your pet. Now, these connections can move you away from the constant drum of your thoughts and open your eyes to the bigger world. A brief connection with someone or something other than yourself can just snap you out of a negative thinking cycle. And like I said before, I went through that motorcycle accident mid last year, and I was hit by this four-wheel drive. And thankfully I wasn't incapacitated, but it was severe. The recovery process, it just turned my world upside down. My routines were, they were completely obliterated, and I felt so alone and exhausted. And my sleep was so bad that it made me feel like really irritable. For example, this one time when my friends attended a local music festival, an event I'd been looking forward to for 4 months, I just couldn't go because of my injuries and was just so frustrated with missing out. Later, I found myself breaking down over it, feeling a mix of anger and guilt and shame for being so upset about a festival when I should have been grateful for my survival. It was like a really challenging period, filled with conflicting emotions and serious questions like, how do I find joy again? Can I ever return to normal? Will this pain, is it ever going to just fade? And the 5 steps I just mentioned might seem small and insignificant, but trust me, if you commit to trying just one of these steps today or tomorrow, you will see the change it creates. I've seen it in myself, and I've seen it in the many people that I've treated over the years. And sometimes that we just get bogged down in strategies and skills needed to combat our depression. And we just need to come back to the small changes made day to day that will create the much needed break in the cycle. As an author and psychiatrist, Viktor Frankl, who some of us probably have heard of, once said, when we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. So which step are you going to commit to? Now, don't forget to let me know in the comments below which step you chose and whether it changed things for you. Let's help each other by sharing our stories and what helps us out.